King of Kentucky, one of the most legendary bourbons out there. But a lot of people are calling the small batch a cash grab. What's up? It's your favorite Samoan Barkeep here. I'm drinking every bottle on the bar. Today, I got a special bottle on the bar. We got some King of Kentucky on the bar. So this is the first time I've ever had this on the bar. Unfortunately, it's not one of the legendary single barrels, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers. So this is the new King of Kentucky small batch. Insane hype. Crazy secondary prices, unicorn status on those single barrels, but not getting the same love on the small batch. So, you know, I had the chance to grab this at MSRP, which is pretty pricey. But, you know, without the hell tax, I figured I'll give it a shot. And here we go, King of Kentucky. So a little bit about this bottle. This is obviously from Brown-Forman, their King of Kentucky line. This is batch 3. It's a blend of bourbons aged 12 to 18 years. This bad boy's coming at 110 proof. This is a 700 milliliter non-chill filtered bottle. So, MSRP on this is $300. I paid a little over that because I had to get it shipped to me, but I did not pay the crazy Washington prices that I've been seeing because they are just bananas. So Total Wine had it for $340. Plus the hell tax, which brings it up to about little over $400 out the door. Some other places had it closer to MSRP, but even then with the hell tax, still brings it up to like $375. So if you look at $300 times the hell tax, that's like about almost $370. So I got it for a little over $300 plus shipping, so not too bad. But hey, I mean, that's a lot for a bottle. So this is first time ever having a King of Kentucky, so I splurged a little bit. All right, so make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. You know how much it helps the channel. And then hit me in the comments. What are your thoughts on King of Kentucky? So I've been fortunate enough to try a few of the single barrels, and it's definitely one of my favorite bourbons out there, the single barrels. So I remember when I first got the chance to try them from my buddy Thomas, great whiskey dude. I was all about that BTAC, George T. Stagg, everything else. I thought that was the be-all, end-all of whiskey. And then nice cork pop. He shared a couple of single barrels of King of Kentucky and then a couple of GTSs with me. And the King of Kentucky smoked the GTS, in my opinion. So, everybody can be different, but yeah, this to me was on another tier than the GTS. So, mind you, one of the GTSs was the 2023, which was not my favorite release. But, anyways, here we go. King of Kentucky, small batch, batch 3. Ooh, on the nose, it gets ton of oak right off the bat. Nice charred, toasty oak. Get a little bit of raisin, a little bit of brown sugar. Well, a lot of brown sugar. It's really sweet on the nose for sure. Let's get it on the palate. Here we go. First thing that hits you is that oak. Super oaky. Tastes like older oak to me, like just, aged oak. I get lots of like toasty spice notes, a little bit of clove, a little bit of kind of a pepperiness to it, which is interesting, but a very nice little spice note to it. It is very sweet, at least for my palate, so I thought it was brown sugar on the nose, but it's coming across more as like a deep, dark caramel on the palate. Get a nice amount of heat. Not as viscous as I would like, but it does give you a nice long finish, and then the flavors are just like, this is my profile as far as the flavors go. It's like Very tasty for my palate, at least. Yeah, that's good. So color is really, really solid. A pretty dark amber color on that. It's a beautiful color on that. Now, the big question, is it worth the price tag? You know, that's going to be one where, I mean, as I always say, it depends on your budget. If you have the budget for this, I would say, and you like the profile like Old Forester / Early Times, King of Kentucky, if you like those profiles, I think you will love this. Is it worth the price? I don't really think any whiskey is worth the price of $300, to be honest with you. But, you know, it's a very cool bottle to have on the bar. And am I disappointed that I grabbed this one? No, I'm not. Would I have rather had one of the single barrel 17 years for this price? If I could find one, definitely. But, cool bottle. Delicious juice. You know, can't complain. Super stoked to take this to the next bottle share, let all the buddies try it, you know, see what they think. But yeah, whether it's worth the price or not is up to you. If you have the budget for it, you like the profiles of the, you know, these brands, then I would say give it a shot. I think it's really good. But, you know, that's a lot of money to waste on or not waste, but to spend on a bottle of whiskey. So I feel you either way. All right, well, that's it. King Kentucky small batch 3. I think that's solid. Maybe not worth the price, but delicious juice inside. I can't wait to share this with the buddies. All right, thanks for watching. Have a good one. Cheers, y'all. I had a drop left.